In a historic and landmark announcement made by Google, CEO Sundar Pichai has confirmed that artificial intelligence can now help in detecting any sort of cardiovascular problem that you may have, all of it just with a simple eye scan. That's right, you can say goodbye to your X-rays, to your CT scans, to your MRIs, because Google AI can now go ahead and detect what's happening in your body quite simply with an eye scan. This has been in the works for nearly 4 years now, and remember, just a few months ago, Google CEO Pichai had also said that with a retinal scan, Google's AI can actually predict what your age is, what your sexual identity is, and whether you smoke, whether you do smoke or don't smoke, and also whether you could suffer a heart attack in the next 5 years. AI truly a game changer.
Wow.
In a historic...
Hey, I want to say shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. I'm going to like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. New is in this gospel, broad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is the Aki Mahaloya, coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord's will be edified. It's had like 2 precepts in mind. It says, say goodbye to CT scans and MRIs and X-rays. As we know that this is a common culprit when it comes to the medical field for fractures and broken bones and sprains and muscle imbalances. They try to put you through an MRI or X-ray. I think in certain cases, an MRI on average costs about damn near 5 to 10 bands. Okay, like your medical bill can go up very, very quick when you're dealing with the MRI, because for the simple fact, MRIs are very so-called in-depth when it comes to technology. Okay, they can see fractures, they can see bruises, they can see potential tears and ligaments over a course of time, depending on how severe you are in your body. But they say that this let's listen to it again.
In a historic and landmark announcement made by Google, CEO Sundar Pichai has confirmed that artificial intelligence can now help in detecting any sort of cardiovascular problem.
Right, so AI, artificial intelligence, man, which is pretty much the god of today. If you ever saw that movie Megan, it's a good watch. Actually, they're supposed to be coming out with a part 2. But also another good watch is the new Mission Impossible movie, when they goes into something called the Entity. Now, we know what they were talking about when it came to the entity. We know what that means as far as like Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, but they disguise it under AI God. Okay, artificial intelligence, which is taking the world by wave, by storm, which is part of the image of this beast, man, this technology. You see what I'm saying? And like we break down in Revelation 13:16, you got a Shai, Zai, and stigma, which stigma goes into etching something under the skin, or like a stigmatized when you pricking or you're putting something under you. Zai, Shai, Zai, and stigma. You got Zai, which goes into like a philosophy, I believe, you know, like ideas, beliefs, and so forth behind this beast infrastructure. And then you got the first, which is Sai, Zai, and stigma, which goes into Xing out the Messiah with the pseudo god or a pseudo religion, as we're seeing in the form of AI, artificial intelligence, man. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, man, this man is definitely trying to play the Most High. And that lets you know that we're at the end of all things, because the scriptures say, behold, the end of all things is at hand. So us in this faith, man, this is why we're constantly pushing the MOTB. Like you got men out there that saying, oh, well, it's not probable to push the MOTB because the elect won't receive it. Well, they won't be of the elect if they're not going to receive it then, man. You see what I'm saying? If you're not of the elect, then you're not going to receive it, because the elect will receive these sayings. That's why Yahweh Shai said that my sheep hear my voice. But all men, all sayings weren't easy for all men, roughly paraphrasing. But MRI being able to detect when you could possibly croak out, basically that's Esau playing God in a nutshell, man. So, you know, get a couple of precepts. Like I said, it isn't too long. Kind of out in traffic, taking care of business. Then, Lord's will, we set up the camp sometime this, you know, early evening before the sun goes down. It's fucking hot out here, man. It's really, it's hot in there. I'm talking about rolling blackouts and, you know, all this other nonsense. But anyway, this is the book of Job 13:4. It says, but ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians and no value. Okay, and when you think of a physician, you think of a person that's to nurse you back to health. Okay, but we know that's not Esau's ultimate purpose. Okay, we know his goal is to totally destroy you and to have you to give over your faith to a false god, so to speak. Give me 1 second, brothers.